things. So this is the property we are currently proving the first part, where we have taken sine inverse of 1 upon x equal to y, and when we take the inverse function on the other side, it goes as a normal function sine. Okay, it doesn't cross multiply, it doesn't shift minus minus kai dena, inverse asa te normal जातले. Now I will take reciprocal on both sides. So x will be equal to 1 upon sine y. Okay, what is 1 upon sine y? Normal function hai bhai, anga sir barela. 1 upon sine x is cosec x. So 1 upon sine y will be cosec of y. Now I will take cosec function on the other side. So it will be cosec inverse of x is equal to y. So look at equation 1 and look at equation 2. What we get is sine inverse of 1 upon x is equal to cosec inverse of x. Hence proved. Got it? कळे सगळ्यांक? Proof कळे? Yes. उरलेली दोन आसा त्याचे proof same. काय चेंज ना. कळे? सेम प्रूफ. आता एक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी जेन्ना दिता पळय तेका तेन्ना हो एक्साचो इंटरवल स्पेसिफाय केल्लो आसता. म्हणजे कितें बरयला आसतलें हांगासर x is greater than equal to 1 or x is less than equal to -1. कळ्ळें न्ही? आणि सेम हांगासर आसतलें x is greater than equal to 1. सेम आसतलें आणि हांगासर आसतलें x is greater than 0. This is just a property, कळ्ळें न्ही? Basically, in no cases this should be equal to 0, otherwise it will become not defined or something. Anyway, so anyway तुमका problem विचारतले न्ही questionan, they will take care of this part, so you don't have to worry about it. कळ्ळें न्ही? Domain part of x, it is taken care of. Okay, so this is the first property. What is your homework? You have to prove this. How you will prove? Exact same procedure. Cos inverse of x 1 upon x equal to y. मागीर cos inverse function दुसऱ्या वाटेन व्हरप, cos जातले, reciprocal करप, sec जातले, ह्या वाटेन हाडप, sec inverse जातलो. Okay, tan आणि cot same way, no change whatsoever, exactly same जातले. This is the first property. What does the property say? It tells you how sin inverse and cosec inverse, how the reciprocal functions in the normal case are related in terms of inverse part. Okay, so that is your property P1. आता P1 P2 जी नाव आसा पळय ती आमची घरगुती नाव आसा. तुम्ही जर हायर सेकंडरीन गेले आणि कोणा विचारले अरे P2 प्रॉपर्टी कितें रे, दे विल बी लायक व्हॉट यू आर टॉकिंग ब्रो. ओके, सो P1 P2 बी नाव आसा पळय ती आमी दवरला आमच्या रेफरन्साक. कित्या खातीर जेन्ना तुम्ही म्हाका कितें डिफिकल्टी विचारतले, सर हे प्रॉब्लेम कशे करपाचे, आय विल डायरेक्टली टेल यू, ए यूज P4, ए यूज P3, whatever. कळ्ळें न्ही? So that time I don't have to type the entire property, or you don't have to write an entire property. सर हांवें अशें केलें पण आपणाक आन्सर मेळोंक ना. So in that case we will use this. So this is a, what should I say, घरगुती नाव. कळ्ळें न्ही? It's not there on records. Nobody calls this P1 P2 and all. It's just us. Okay, remember that. For the exam and all, don't write using property P2 and all. They'll be like what you're talking about. Okay, so P2 property कितें सांगता? P2 property तुम्ही already use केला आणि जेन्ना तुम्ही ती यूज केली तेन्ना हांवें तुका सांगलेलें की this is nothing but a property that is going to come in the future. So this is it. This is now is the time when it has come. So sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse of x. Remember this. Sine आणि कोण रिलेटेड असता म्हटल्यार तीन सांगले तुमका. Sine inverse, cosec inverse, ज्यांचे रेंज आसा ज्यांची ती रिलेटेड आसा ते तीग जाण, साइन कोसेक आणि तिसरो कोण? Who is the third guy? Sine inverse, cosec inverse, and yes, Vasudha, correct. It is tan inverse. Okay, sine inverse of minus x is minus sine inverse of x. Cosec inverse of minus x is minus cosec inverse. Tan inverse of, basically the minus sign direct भायर सरता, कळ्ळें न्ही? ती मायनस साइन जी भितर आसा पळय ती भायर येता. साइन कोसेक tan हे तिगूय जाण कजन. Why? Because they are related. You have seen their range, right? So answer तुमका एक interval दिला असलो x belongs to, since we are talking about sine, so it will be -1 to +1. This is the domain of x. Since we are talking about cosec, it will be x is greater than equal to 1, x is less than equal to -1, and here x belongs to the real number. Basically हांगासर ते त्यांची domain हे केला, त्यांचं domain आहे copy केला हांगासर. कित्याक we are talking about x over here which is in the inverse function, so I've just copied their domain over here. This is how the, you cannot have x outside this interval. कळ्ळें न्ही? ह्या इंटरवलाच्या भायर x आसपाक शकना. म्हणजे you cannot have sin inverse of 5, sin inverse of 10, because those are not the part of domain. You can have sin inverse between -1 to +1, right? So I'll just do the proof of this first one. This second one is your homework, and of course the third one is homework as well. Okay, procedure change out there, procedure same would. It's quite simple. So what I'll do is, the proof. I'll say that sin inverse of -x is equal to y, right? And then next procedure ki minus x is equal to sin of y. आता minus sign तेवटेन वरता x is equal to minus sin y, right? And you know that sine is an odd function, so I can take this minus sign inside, so I can do it sin of -y. This is allowed because sine is an odd function. तुम्ही already शिकला 11th odd function, even function. जेन्ना odd function असता, sin of -y is nothing but minus sin y. आणि ते odd functionची जी प्रॉपर्टी तुम्ही यूज करताले ती रिव्हर्स ऑर्डरान यूज केला. म्हणजे नॉर्मली 11th आम्ही किती म्हणताले, sin of -y is minus sin y. What I've done here is minus sin y is equal to sin of -y. Okay, कोणाक डाउट आसा सांगा इतून. Now the last part is same. I will shift this sign over here, so it will become sin inverse of x is equal to minus y. And then what is y? Look here, what is y? It is sin inverse of minus x, and this side we already have sin inverse of x. So final step, e minus sign यावटे नाटला. So minus sin inverse of x is equal to sin inverse of minus x. झाले, hence proved. Have you got it? Look at the proof. I hope you are writing it side by side when I'm solving it here. Don't tell me you are taking screenshots and all. Okay, all good. Second property कळे P2 पाठ करपाचे properties. ह्या आमका problem solve करपाक यूज जातले. Ankit, any doubt? Sanket, did you watch the videos yesterday? Yeah, Vasudha, good. Understood. Proof येता आयला सना ना? ही 5 प्रूफातले 1-2 बी येता एक फावटी. Yeah. Okay. Then this second and third part you will be able to do, I am assuming. It's exactly same. कळना फाल्या हे करूया आम्ही, क्लियर करूया. ओके, आज मासो होमवर्क चड आसतलो तुमका प्रूफ करपाचो. आणि हे करात कित्याक लागून ह्यो प्रूफ येता एग्जामीक. इजी जर येले असले येले जाल्यार 1-2 मार्काक आसतले, 1 मार्क आसना 2 मार्काक आसतले. आणि फुडले P4 बी आसा ते मातशे व्हडले आसा प्रूफ ताजी. तो जर आसत जाल्यार मागीर 3 मार्काक येवं शकता. हांव तुमकां मागीर दितलो लास्ट क्वेश्चन पेपरान कितें कितें येयल्ले. रायट, सिन्स 2012 I have all the questions segregated. म्हणजे लेसन वाइज बायफर्केट केल्ले आसा सगळे. म्हणजे क्वेश्चन पेपर घेतला आणि प्रत्येक टॉपिक वाइज कशे कशे क्वेश्चन येयला पळय ते सगळे स्प्लिट केला हांवें आणि त्या लेसनाच्या नोट्साच्या सकयल, नोट्स म्हणजे क्वेश्चन बँक्स असतात त्याच्या सकयल हांवें ते क्वेश्चन मेन्शन केला. सो वेन आय गिव्ह यू अ प्रिंट आउट ऑफ रिलेशन्स अँड फंक्शन्स, at the end for practice problems will be there, and at the end you will have all the questions on that topic which have come previously in the board paper year wise, म्हणजे 2012 and while 14 17 18 whatever 20, all those questions are written over there. So तुमकां कितें जातलें, एक तर प्रॅक्टिस करपाची आणि एट द एंड ऑफ दॅट प्रॅक्टिस मटेरियल तुमकां ऑलरेडी जे क्वेश्चन आयला, ज्या डिफिकल्टी लेवलाचे क्वेश्चन येता तेजी आयडिया मेळटली. ओके, सो इट विल बी बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू. आम्ही जेन्ना मेळटले तेन्ना दितलो मागीर तुमकां टॉपिक वायज, जशें जशें आमचो एक एक टॉपिक जाता पळय तसो तसो हांव प्रिंट आउट दितलो तुमकां. सो लेट अस गो टू प्रॉपर्टी 3. प्रॉपर्टी 2 तुमकां सगळ्यांक कळ्ळा. सो प्रॉपर्टी 3 आसा ती हाचेच एक्सटेंशन. हे तीग जाण कजन जाले न्ही, सायन, कोसेक आणि टेन, हे तीग जाण जाले न्ही. सो आतां उरले 3 खंयचे ते आतां येतले. इट सेज दॅट कॉस इनवर्स ऑफ मायनस एक्स, हे तुम्ही ऑलरेडी यूज केला, पाय मायनस कॉस इनवर्स ऑफ प्लस एक्स तुम्ही यूज केल्या न्ही, पाय मायनस करपाचे अशें म्हणून सांगलेले पळय. कित्या खातीर करता आमी सांग, हे तेंकां सेकंड क्वाड्रंटान हाडपा खातीर. इफ यू रिमेंबर आय हॅड टोल्ड यू दॅट. So that it comes in the principal value branch. Of course, we will mention the domain here. Sec inverse, so x is greater than equal to 1, less than equal to minus 1, x belongs to real number. Yeah. So these are the domains that you need to write. And these are the three properties. If you remember, the range of cos inverse is 0 to pi. Sec inverse is 0 to pi except pi by 2. And cot inverse is 0 to pi in the open interval. So because of this, these three people are related. And since the solution, since the final answer is in the first and second quadrant, that is, it is between 0 to pi. To get it in the second quadrant for negative values, we do it like this, pi minus whatever. एक प्रूफ करता हांव पयलेचे, बाकीचे दोन तुमचो होमवर्क आसतलो. This will be your homework. First, so I'll do cos inverse of minus x equal to, प्रोसिजर पळय सेम आसा पळय. हे हांवें प्रूफ करूंक ना न्ही जाल्यार सुद्दां तुमच्यांनी सुद्दां करपाक जाता. एकूच ट्विस्ट आसा तेका दाखयता कितें. ओके, सो cos इनवर्स हे वटेन व्हरपाचो, मायनस एक्स हांगाच आसा न्ही. सो इट विल बी cos इनवर्स, सॉरी cos इनवर्स न्ही, आता ते फॉरवर्ड नॉर्मल फंक्शन जातले. सो cos इनवर्स त्या वटेन व्हेलो, cos जालो, मायनस एक्स इज इक्वल टू cos y, राइट. आता कितें करतलो, मायनस साइन ते वटेन व्हरतलो. सो x इज इक्वल टू मायनस cos y. आता फाटल्या प्रूफान कितें केल्लें जाणा आमी, ही मायनस साइन आमी डायरेक्ट भितर व्हेल्ली. You could do that because sine is an odd function, but now we cannot do that. This minus sign you cannot take inside because cos is an even function. Okay, so cos कितें जाता, तो मायनस साइन जर भितर आसा जाल्यार पचयता, सो भायली साइन भितर वचपाक शकना. So what we will do is we will use ulta of what we do in 11th standard. What is that? I will say that cos of y minus cos of y is equal to cos of pi minus y. Check if this is correct. Suppose I तुमकां विचारलें what is cos of pi minus y, you will say, see, you will say, पळय हांगासर बरयता cos of pi minus y, you will say, okay, pi आसा न्ही, so same ratio, so you will say cos y. आणि मागीर you will see खंयचो क्वाड्रंट आसा, pi minus y. okay, pi is the left hand side axis, म्हणजे नेगेटिव्ह y axis, minus y म्हणजे हो सेकंड क्वाड्रंट. सेकंड क्वाड्रंटान cos जो असता तो कोण असता, तो असता नेगेटिव्ह. Correct. This is what we did in 11th standard. I काल थोड्यांक शिकयल्ले, अंकित and then Sanket and all, sorry, Sarvesh and these people. वी हॅड डन इट इन दिस डायरेक्शन. हांगासरल्यान हांगा आयल्ले आमी काल युजिंग दॅट नॉलेज. आयज आमी कितें करता? आयज आमी उलटा वयता बिकॉज दिस इज 12th स्टँडर्ड न्हू. उलटे वचप कळ्ळें न्ही. सो I will say that cos of minus y is cos of pi minus y. This is the only tricky step in this. ही स्टेप जर तुमकां कळली आणि ही जर तुमकां याद उरली सारकी जाल्यार जालें, प्रूफ आनी कांयच ना हेका. आतां कितें करतलें? आतां परत cos इनवर्साक कॉसाक त्या वटेन व्हर. सो तो कितें जातलो? तो जातलो cos इनवर्स ऑफ x. हांगा कोण उरलें? pi minus y. करेक्ट? y म्हटल्यार कोण? हो पळय हांगा बरयला. What is y? It is cos inverse of minus x. आणि ह्या वटेन कोण आसा? cos इनवर्स ऑफ x आसा. आतां कितें करतलो हांव? एका ह्या वटेन व्हरतलो आणि एका त्या वटेन व्हरतलो. जालें. cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of plus x. This is the proof. जालें प्रॉपर्टी. स्क्रोल अप करता दिसतलें तुमकां पळय. Hence proved. Is it clear? Show me a thumbs up. Or you can message whatever. Yeah. Okay. Pranya, clear? Atharva? Hey Parth, you are missing classes in between. That is not acceptable. आता काय other these are not also not there. Other things extracurricular. Sahil? Okay, yeah, you showed no. Okay. So sec inverse and cot inverse exact same procedure. कायच ना. Even this step is similar. हांगासरली जी step आसा न्ही, that is also same. So it's basically repeat show. कळ्ळें न्ही? So let's go to property P4. प्रत्येक प्रॉपर्टीन तीन टॅब आसा. सो P4 ची पहिली कितें सांगता? sin inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. मागीर कोण आसा तो? cosec घेवया. आता पहिले तुम्ही हे तीग जाण कजन वेगळे जाले, हे तीग जाण वेगळे कजन वांगडा आयले. सो ते दोगूय जेन्ना दुसऱ्या जातीतले मिक्स जाता पळय, दुसऱ्या घराण्यांतले, तेन्ना इक्वल टू पाय बाय 2 मेळटा. ए व्हॉट इज दिस पाय बाय 4? वेट आ, बाय मिस्टेक. या प्रिंटिंग एरर आ. डन. सो डोमेन हांगासर मेन्शन करता. पाय कॉस आणि साइन आसा म्हणटकूच कितें जातले ते x बिलोंग्स टू -1 टू +1 जातले. हांगासर कितें जातले? x इज ग्रेटर दॅन 1 आणि x इज लेस दॅन इक्वल टू -1 जातले. आणि tan आणि cos आसा ते x बिलोंग्स टू रियल नंबर जातले. दिस इज द डोमेन फ्रॉम दॅट टेबल. कॉपी पेस्ट कळ्ळें न्ही? काय व्हडलें ना. सो these are the properties. Look at them. This guy is from other family, this guy is from other family. Together they equal to pi by 2. This is the most useful, widely used property. When look at it. Again, cosec is different family, sec is different family. Together pi by 2. Any? So I'll do the proof of the first one again as a tradition. पहिल्याचे प्रूफ करता हांव. दुसरे आणि तिसरे एक्झॅक्ट सेम जातले, कांयच चेंज जावचे ना. सो यू ट्राय टू डू इट ऑन युअर ओन. जायना जाल्यार मागीर फाल्यां पळोवया, पण जावपाक जाय. चिल्लर इट इज. आनी 8th स्टँडर्ड वील ऑल्सो डू. सो तुम्ही कितें? तुम्ही काय झालं? Quite this. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll say sin inverse of x is y. पहिलो कोण बकरो मेळटा इक्वल टू y करून सोडपाचो, कळ्ळें न्ही? हांगा कोण मेळ्ळा म्हाका? sin inverse of x मेळ्ळा. Okay, so x will be what? X will be equal to sin of y. Okay, x is equal to sin of y. कितें केलें? sin inverse फंक्शन दुसऱ्या वटेन गेलें. So it became what? It became normal function. आता हांव परत ती प्रॉपर्टी यूज करतलो जी आमी 11th स्टँडर्डाची आशिल्ली ती. So sin of y can also be written as cos of pi by 2 minus y. This is the tricky step. वो तुमका याद उरपाक जाय. Cos of pi by 2 minus y. ए correct आसाले पळय. Shashank, is this correct? Can I say that sin y is equal to cos of pi by 2 minus y? What do you say, Shashank? काल आम्ही शिकला ते अप्लाय करा आणि पळय. रफ वर्क काढा हांगासर साइडीन. बरे, cos of pi by 2 minus y किती जाता? Whenever you see pi by 2, you think of what? Nothing. Shashank? Don't know. Sanket, what do you think? Whenever we see pi by 2, no? Looks like you didn't watch the video. Sarvesh, what about you? Whenever we see pi by 2, what do we do? Think of what? अरे पता नहीं किधर है तुम्हें? Okay, anyone? Like open to all question now. Whenever we see pi by 2, we think of what? Yeah, we think
change co-ratio.
so it is equal to sine of y, right? So this is what is used here. This property is used in the reverse direction. इधर से इधर आ रहा है अभी. Okay? So this is equal to cos of pi by 2. ये कुछ step तुमका कळपाक जाय. कळना जाल्यार मागीर म्हाका सांगा. परत explain करूया. Because this is from your 11th standard. This is nothing new. Only thing is you are doing it ulta. That's all. So cos जेन्ना ह्या वटेन वयतलो तो कितें जातलो? Yeah. Cos जेन्ना ह्या वटेन वयतलो तो कोण जातलो? तो जातलो, hey, what is this? Red pen. It will become cos inverse. Correct? At the same time, what is y? What is y? Look here. It is sine inverse of x. And final step, yes, sine inverse त्या वटेन वतलो. So it will become sine inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 2. Is it clear? Then please respond as soon as possible. Ankit, Adit, Atharva, Parth, Pradnya, all of you. Vasudha, Vaidehi, Sahil. Yes, it's clear. Good. Perfect. Samkya simple asa. Especially this step you pay attention. It's quite simple. Only thing is ulta. Vasudha, it's clear, right? Perfect. This is your homework again. I know you're a bit pissed off with this. Kitla homework, but okay now. Yesterday, day before yesterday, nothing much was there. So it's okay. तुका 2 दीस दिता. Can prove it. Then P5. आज तुमका फक्त प्रॉपर्टी शिकयतलो हांव. फाल्यां आमी ह्यो प्रॉपर्टी यूज करतले. ओके, सो तुमचे टार्गेट कितें आसतले? आयज ह्यो सगळ्यो प्रॉपर्टी लिस्टाचेर कॉपी करप. लिस्ट म्हणून कितें? तुमका खबर आसा. डोंट टेल इट अगेन. ओके, सो P5 कितें सांगता? This is most widely used. Tan inverse of x. See, it is very important that these numbers match. म्हणजे माझी P5 आणि तुमची P5 should be same. Otherwise घोर पाप जातले. कळ्ळें न्ही? तुमका एक प्रॉपर्टी सांगतलो, तुम्ही खंयची दुसरीच प्रॉपर्टी यूज करतले. So make sure you are writing them properly, P1, P2, when you are writing on the list. This is the first property. Second property is this is the second property. कळ्ळें कितें सेकंड प्रॉपर्टी ती? पहिली प्रॉपर्टी हॅज प्लस साइन, दूसरी प्रॉपर्टी हैज a minus sign, and the third property I will write down here. Third property is actually not a property, it is just this is the condition that is there. So ये दोन प्रॉपर्टी असा tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y, दुसरी असा tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y, like that. आणि मागीर हांगासर साइन तशी जाता ती प्लस आहा तेन्ना वयर प्लस सकयल मायनस, मायनस आसत जाल्यार वयर मायनस आनी सकयल प्लस प्लस. तिसरी प्रॉपर्टी जी आसा न्ही ती ह्या प्रॉपर्टींतल्यानूच येयला. तुम्ही पळय जर हांगासर पयल्या प्रॉपर्टीन वायच्या जाग्यार एक्स घातले जाल्यार कितें जातले tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of x जातले, करेक्ट? सो इट विल बी 2 tan inverse of x. राइट हँड साइड किती जातली tan inverse of x plus x जातले, सो 2x upon 1 minus x into x, so x square. सो थर्ड प्रॉपर्टी आसा ती चिल्लर, कळ्ळें? ताजे प्रूफ अशें कांय ना. युजिंग द फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी यू विल प्रूव द थर्ड वन. सो फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी हांव पयलीं तुमकां प्रूव करून दाखयता. So what I will do, proof of the first one, I will say that tan inverse of x is equal to a, and I'll say let. ताजे प्रूफ मातशे वेगळे आसा पण. ना tan inverse of x is equal to a, tan inverse of y is equal to b. What I'll do is I will find out what is tan of a plus b. वो फॉर्म्युला 11th आशिल्लो tan of x plus y or tan of a plus b formula. It is equal to tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a into tan b. वो फॉर्म्युला सगळ्यांक खबर आसतलो, वो तुमच्या लिस्टार ऑलरेडी आसतलो चडशा भुरग्यांच्या. Let me just put a grid line over here. Somehow I cannot see the grid line. Damn it. Let me. Okay. So tan of a plus b is tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. Zale, proof zale. So what is tan a? If you look here, tan inverse of x is equal to a. That means tan of a is what? It is x, right? It implies that, look, or let me shift it down. हांगासरूच तुमकां करून दाखयता म्हणजे कितें जातलें तुमचे नोट्स ताजेरूय सारके उरतले. See, tan inverse of x is equal to a म्हटल्यार x is equal to what? tan of a नी. tan inverse त्या वटेन वयली. आणि tan inverse of y equal to b म्हटल्यार y म्हणजे कितें? It is tan of b. tan inverse त्या वटेन वयले. So what's logic हांगासर यूज करतलो? tan a will be what? x plus tan b will be called what? y upon 1 minus tan a into tan b. So x into y. This is equal to what? tan of a plus b. आता हांव कितें करतलो? ह्या वटेनचो tan आसा तो त्या वटेन व्हरतलो. सो कितें जातलो तो? इट विल बी tan इनवर्स. वो tan जेन्ना त्या वटेन वयतलो इट विल बी tan इनवर्स. आणि हांगा कितें आसा ऑलरेडी? x plus y upon 1 minus xy आसा. करेक्ट? आणि हांगासर कितें उरलें? a plus b उरलें. What is a? आम्ही ऑलरेडी केला हांगासर. व्हॉट इज ए? लुक हियर. ए इज tan inverse of x plus b. What is b? Look here. It is tan inverse of y. Hence proved. So ही प्रॉपर्टी कशी आयला? नॉर्मल फंक्शनातल्यान आयला. या प्रॉपर्टीतल्यान फुडें वचून ती प्रॉपर्टी आयला. म्हणून तुम्ही जर ऑब्झर्व करीत न्ही, इट लुक्स व्हेरी सिमिलर पळय. tan of a plus b